Alright, ladies and gentlemen, time to do the profile picture assignment. In Canvas, you should see the assignment in your course. It's called the profile picture. So mainly what you're going to do, basically what you're going to do is find a profile picture of yourself and make it, or find a picture of yourself and make it your profile picture in Canvas. So here's my Canvas course. And right up here in the top left, this should be a picture of you. This assignment is going to show you how to do that. But basically, you click on that, you go to Profile, and then you click on the picture, and you can either drag and drop a picture here, or say choose a picture and find a picture. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to get a picture yourself, how to edit it a little bit, make yourself beautiful, and then make it your profile picture. So you can use a picture that you found before, that you have. You can email yourself a picture from your phone or something like that. But also we have the yearbook photos that you can choose from. So I'm just going to show you an example with the yearbook photo. So first things first, you need to open up Photoshop. It's going to be on your desktop. It looks like this. Double click on that. It's going to pop up. And a cool little trick that you can do is you can start by making Photoshop half of your screen. So it's going to pop up like this. If you grab up here in this top bar and click and hold and smack it against the right side of your screen, and then just click over here in the blank space, it makes this half of your screen. Now I'm going to go and find the photo that I want to use. So in the bottom there's going to be a little manila envelope. This is your File Explorer. If you can't find it there, you can click on this little window and click right here on Documents. Two ways of finding that. Another way you can do this is you can go File, Open in Photoshop, and it opens up the file browser here. So from here, so once again, I went File, Open. I'm going to go down to Student Share. And I'm going to double click on this Warwood folder. And in here I have the yearbook photos usually. So look for some folder that says yearbook photos. Here it is right here. And then I want you to find your grade. Obviously I'm not in here, so I'm just going to pick some random person. But I'm going to click on here. You can find it alphabetically. You can search your name up here. You can also change these to thumbnails. So, if I can remember how to do that, give me 1 second. Right here, this will drop down. You can go to extra large icons, scroll through that way. But, okay, I'm going to pick on Dalton Hayes. So I'm going to grab Dalton's photo, and it won't let me drag it right into Photoshop. You see that? It's saying no go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop it on my desktop. Or actually, no, you don't have to do it. Just say open. Since we clicked File, Open, just say Open. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to enhance this photo a little bit and then make it a profile picture. So we don't want to change it where it's unrecognizable, because then you're going to lose points on this assignment. Because the whole purpose of this is for, teachers or other students to be able to see your face in Canvas. And you need a photo that is kind of zoomed in on you, because your profile picture is so small that you don't want one of you like on a mountain in the distance, because no one will be able to see who it is. So it needs to be pretty zoomed in. If your photo that you chose is not very zoomed in, the way that you can crop that is down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tools down is a crop tool, and you click on that and you can just drag it and crop yourself. This image doesn't need to be cropped, but you probably want at least from like your waist up cropped. Here it's from like, just below his neck up. But yeah, so the way that you crop it is you use this tool, you hit enter, and it will crop it to the size that you need. I'm not going to do it because this one's already good. All right. I hit escape to get out of that tool because I'm not going to use it. But you can see it's still selected. Okay, so we're going to do some minor enhancements on this photo. You can start by holding an Alt and scrolling your scroll wheel, and you can zoom in and out. Hayes had a little bit of acne on picture day, so we're going to help him clean that up. So over here on the left, I'm going to click on the spot heal brush. It looks like a little band-aid. And you can see it gave me a little round circle. That represents the brush diameter. You can make the brush larger or smaller with the brackets above enter. So there's a right bracket above enter, makes it larger. A left bracket makes it smaller. I would suggest you don't make it too big because it considers the whole area and it might like just kind of smear and make it look funny. So that looks a little funny. I'm going to do Control Z to undo, or you can do Edit Undo. So I'm doing Control on my keyboard, bottom left, Z. I'm going to shrink my brush a little bit so it's just a little bigger than the acne. And I'm going to click, 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 click. And it's pretty cool. It just cleans it right up for you. That's a mole. Okay, there we go. So if you want to, you can go through and if you had a bad acne day, just clean it up a little bit. Had a cold sore right there. Looks pretty decent. You can also use this if you had like a stain on your shirt or something. But the spot heal brush is pretty cool. Now let's try a couple little enhancements. Let's go up here at the top to Image and Auto Tone. Okay, that actually looks pretty good on him. So I'm going to keep it. But if you don't like it, just do Control Z and undo it. But I like that. It made it look better. Okay, then I'm going to go to Image and I'm going to go to Auto Contrast. Still on his, it looks pretty good. Some years it might make it look bad. So if you don't like it, remember Control Z to undo. Last thing I'm going to do is try Auto Color. And I do not like that one. So I'm going to do Control Z and undo that. Alright, so we're halfway there. I'm going to show you one more tool that's pretty popular. If you go to Image and Adjustments, you can adjust all these things. The brightness, the curves, the exposure. And you can play around with this, but one that I think is pretty popular is this Hue Saturation. So I'm going to click on that. And I can change kind of the color of this photo. And you can get pretty crazy with this. Don't go crazy yet, because if you turn this in, you won't get points for assignment. You need to look natural. After you turn it in and make it your profile picture, you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, saturation just deepens the red in the image, makes it a little more vibrant. So usually what I'll do is just bump this up a little bit, not a lot. I mean, we don't want him looking like he's been in a tanning bed for a month. We don't want them to look like black and white. So just bump it up just a little bit. And then light or darkness you can adjust. Obviously these images are pretty good because they're professionally done and it is in a controlled environment. So you might not have to change these much, but you can bump them around a little bit, see if you can improve the image. You'll see more of this effect if you have your own image and maybe it wasn't good lighting or something. This can help a lot. So after you've enhanced it a little bit, say okay. Now I'm going to go to File, and if this is it, I'm all done. You know, I've cleaned it up as much as I want. Now I can make it my profile picture by going to File, Save As, Save to your computer. What's important here is that you click on the right folder, so you should find your number over here and save it under your number. I would suggest that you right click and make a folder for the class that you're doing this in. So right click inside of here and say new folder. You can see I have some folders in here. So you just pick your folder or just save it in under your number. Make sure you know the name of it. And what's most important is this type here. This should be JPEG. This top JPEG right here. And say save. Okay, I'm just going to do mine on my desktop, but do yours under your number. It might say bring up this, just say okay. Alright, and now you make sure you're in your canvas, click on your account up here, go to profile, click on your image, say choose a picture, look where you found it, it's right here, say open, you can kind of drag it around and then say save. And that's it for this assignment. Easy 10 points. Just find an image, enhance it a little bit, make sure that we can recognize it to you, make sure it's fairly close up, and you're good to go. So here's mine finished right here. And for this assignment, you don't have to submit anything. You just change this, and I can see that it's changed, and I'll give you points. All right, have fun.